The Alonzo Mainnet successfully launched on Cardano a few hours ago. This means that smart contracts can now run on Cardano. What's up, my name is Caroline and this is Wealth in Progress, where you'll learn how to make passive income with cryptocurrencies. This video is a quick Cardano update where we quickly look at what happened during the last few hours and what we can expect to move forward. So we'll look at what IOHK, the company behind Cardano, said about the Alonzo Mainnet upgrade, and we'll look at what they say about the future. We'll also quickly look at the price development of Cardano and of the crypto market in total, so you can see what's going on there as well. Alright, so this is IOHK's tweet that said upgrade successful, and that was just after the Alonzo upgrade happened. Then they also say that we're still really early with exciting times ahead, and they have actually posted a blog post about what to expect next. So we'll quickly look at that. So in this article again, they mentioned that we're still super early and they're also trying to manage expectations. So they say, let us be clear, there will be bumps in the road. Early user experiences might not be perfect. Some early dApps will have issues. We'll see some great development teams and some poor ones. This is a permissionless decentralized blockchain, so this is inevitable. And that's why they also encourage us to always do our own research, what I always say as well. Now, before we get to that, they also mention that they think certification needs to be taken more seriously. At the summit, we'll announce plans on how, along with a number of strategic partners, we'll be supporting the creation of new standard solution. So as I've mentioned in my last video, the Cardano Summit will come up on the 25th, 26th of September. So they'll announce plans for certifications on there as well. So this will be pretty exciting. Probably this will be the biggest summit they've ever had. So I'm expecting that they will have a few interesting announcements there, I suppose. And this is particularly important because they expect that there will be more FUD to come. So they say here, they talk about FUD and they say, this is a disappointing element of our immature industry. We need to do better if we want to accelerate wider adoption. The FUD has been particularly virulent this past week. Yeah, it's mostly on Twitter and Reddit that fear, uncertainty and doubt can spread around. So this is why it's always important to do your own research and educate yourself about what's true and what is not. Then they also say we shall see plenty more FUD and nonsense over the weeks ahead. Yeah, I expect that too. There is still a lot of maximalists from other different chains that have a lot of hate against Cardano, probably against any other project or chain that is not the one that they support. So it is to be expected that there will be a lot more misinformation spreading around, so yeah, be vigilant. Then they emphasize again that we're still early. Then they say we expect to see the first simple smart contract scripts deployed on Cardano within hours of the HFC event. That has actually already happened. I'll show you that in a minute. Then they say it will take a while longer for more sophisticated dApps to start rolling out via the public testnet. With hundreds of projects building behind the scenes, we expect to see projects deploy through September and October and accelerate through Q4, especially with launch pads, tools and frameworks, including the Plutus application, backend and community created APIs becoming available. Now let's look at that tweet where the first smart contract was launched. So you can see here that has been retweeted by the Cardanians, and you can see congratulations on your first smart contract deployed on Cardano. So the first smart contract has been executed by 5 binaries apparently, and that was about 2 hours after the Alonzo Mainnet launch. So that was pretty quick. Now before we wrap up, let's quickly look at the price development. So I'm on the daily now. Let's quickly look at the hourly. So the mainnet launch was about here, and you can see just before that we've had quite a price decrease, and since then it has basically gone down for the most part, and that is actually pretty normal. So that is buy the hype sell the news kind of phenomenon. So that's pretty normal that there is a dip after the event has happened. However, so this red candle has actually probably been more caused by the overall market development, because you can see on Bitcoin the same thing happened. So if you look at the hourly chart on BTC, you can see the same thing happened in this candle. Then we've had a bit of a rebound and then further down. So this is probably again market manipulation. These are whales who want to manipulate the market in their favor. And what I also find interesting, if you look at 2017, we've had a pretty similar development in September. So let's quickly look at that. So this is the September chart, the daily chart on BTC USD. And as you can see, in the beginning of September, we've also had quite a correction from almost 5,000 all the way down to about 3,000. So there was almost a 50% correction before it moved up higher. And as you can see, it's always in cycles. So it moves up higher, then we also got another correction. And apparently that was the last big one, so that was in November, before we had the really big rally. We've had another small correction here in December before we reached the peak, but for now it could really deploy pretty similarly. So we could have this correction in where was it, in September here, before we rally higher, then another in November before we get to the top. Also, if we look at the support resistance level, you can see here at around 40k, so that was hit here twice, and then 42k, so that range, that was a resistance level, so that could become the next support. So we'll have to see, maybe we'll bounce off there for in the next couple of days before we move higher. If we go below that, then it might take a bit longer. So as we all know, BTC just moves the whole market for now. So if we look at the ADA USD chart, then probably a similar thing will happen. So yes, we have that correction now after the launch, but that could go quite a bit lower if we have that correction to about 41k-ish on BTC. Now if we look at the levels here, we've got a support resistance level at 188, or between 180 and 190. Then we've also got this resistance level at about 218. That's also the 50-day moving average, so I could see it bouncing off there. I could also just see it go down to the emotional or the psychological level of $2, somewhere around there. I could see that. We'll have to see if it bounces off really quickly. What usually happens is after the correction it goes sideways for a bit and then we move higher. So anyway, that's what's happening now, but we're still at the very beginning, so I don't think this has been the bull run for Cardano yet. I think we're just at the beginning and we're having a bit of correction now before we can move higher. Alright, so that's it for this short Cardano update. By the way, let me know in the comments if you watched Charles Hoskinson's watch party. I know he did a watch party for the launch. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch it. Let me know if you did. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter to be up to date with what happens in the DeFi Academy. Plus, you'll also get some interesting analysis and news in your inbox. So don't forget to do that. And Baloo's gonna help me wrap up this video. Come. If you like this video, hit the like button down below, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!